Alright everybody, welcome to my third review for a original Droid ROM. I'm going to start off as usual with a triple data wipe. Alright, here's UltimateDroid 3.1.1 installing.
She like her grades and projects and school stuff and how stressful it is.
That started the boot process right there. It was 42 seconds. Alright, there's the ambient light sensor at 1 minute 18 seconds. And it gets fully booted just 3 seconds afterwards. That's the quickest boot we've had so far. As you can see, UltimateDroid has the fancy widgets clock, which is modeled after the HTC Sense clock. Looks nice. Doesn't have weather, which is disappointing. Maybe there is weather and it's just not. Oh, so weather is an option, I just don't have it enabled. From what I've heard, UltimateDroid has messed with this launcher. It seems a lot smoother. I guess that's a feature of all the Android launchers. He definitely edited the pro tips, which explains what UltimateDroid is, what it can do. I feel like this is optimizing or utilizing the Android cache to get smoother scrolling from page to page, I guess. Oh well, I'll get Titanium back up eventually to restore all those things. First we'll go through the UltimateDroid preferences. And there's a text message. Let's just ignore that. Alright, most of this is copied. I don't want to sound mean or anything, but this is copied straight from CyanogenMod. This is not on CyanogenMod, it just links to the settings of these programs. You can move any app to the SD card. Let's see what else we got. Performance, and that's the same warning you get in CyanogenMod. You can set the governor, min-max speed, just comp cache, use JIT, which of course everyone's going to use if you're on 2.2, which CyanogenMod is, and UltimateDroid is on 2.3.3, I believe. Surface dithering, I always turn off because it says it improves quality at the cost of performance. I don't care, I want performance. Other than that, you can lock home messaging app in the memory, so they're always there. Loads faster, doesn't lose things, won't have to do redraws. Let's see. Notification power widget, nice to have. Completely customizable here. Let's add the media buttons, which are awesome. To have. Dude, tons of different options. I think you can have an unlimited amount. I never really tried to max it out. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's all of them. And you can just keep scrolling over. Have a ton of things to work with. Then you can go and rearrange their order just as you'd expect to be able to. Change the color. Right now it's very in black and gray as UltimateDroid likes it. Render effect. Okay. Saves battery. Apparently going to red mode saves like 50% battery. Don't really suggest using it. It looks ridiculous. Battery percentage, I always like to have it on. You can turn off the clock. Overscroll effect, right now it's on bounce and glow. You can just do the glow. That didn't glow. Still bounces. Not good. None doesn't do anything like it's supposed to. And just bounce doesn't glow. Apparently edge glow also bounces. That is not good. That's not supposed to happen. Lock screen. Alright, you got different options. Let's do rotary revamped. You can have a custom app. Sure, let's do all this. Just looking through this quickly. I like to see how much battery I have left. Always display the music controls. You can also do it just when you have a wired headset plugged in. That's nice. I like menu unlock. Don't really do passwords, so I'm not going to look at that. Lock screen gestures. You can add your own gestures. Let's do this. Is going to unlock phone. Okay. And then how long you wait for the screen timeout, stuff like that. Sound. As opposed to stopping music when notifications play, you can adjust how much it loses, like what it does when it loses focus, how quiet it gets, or stop it completely. You can display different amount of recent apps when holding the home button, or launch a custom application when you do that, as opposed to showing recent apps. You've got your volume music controls. When the phone is off, holding the up volume will skip to the next song, down volume will go to the previous song, and if this is enabled, the camera button will stop the music. It can also resume the music if it was stopped with the camera button and you haven't turned your screen on yet, or else you could just accidentally hit it. No one would like that. Get your screen on and off animations, automatic backlight tweaks, change the window length, save some power. Where is it? Sample interval, 2 seconds. Uses half the power. Okay, a hot reboot doesn't actually reload the whole OS, it just kind of reloads the Android interface. It's a lot quicker. It's good if you're applying a theme or changing simple settings. God mode, just you can edit any file just like it is on any type of system. I don't recommend you use these. The way Linux works, you really shouldn't ever try and free up RAM. You should always be using the most RAM as possible unless you're getting significant slowdowns. Then you can go ahead and force kill some applications. But Android does a good job of managing its memory. You can clear Velvet cache, speed up the market, which I'm assuming is just clearing the cache of the market. Fix permissions like you can see in ROM Manager. No one likes camera sounds, they're just annoying. You can disable the boot animation too, which I always do. Show and block ads. That's all you got there. Backup and restore. That's good to have when upgrading. You can download recommended apps from UltimateDroid server, I assume, actually. Not sure. Install different wallpapers. He edited the about screen to look like he wants it to, which you will see is the exact same if you go to the actual about screen. There you go. Okay, that's essentially the features of this ROM. Now I'm going to go install Titanium Backup. So hold on. I just realized I wasn't recording for a while. So I'm just going to display a little chart on the screen of what the scores were for the Lin pack. I'm not sure when I stopped recording. I restored the quadrant benchmark, I restored Lin pack, set CPU, and Root Explorer from Titanium Backup. App only, no data. Lin pack, I will say as this goes, got... Why is this not running at all? Lin pack got a much higher score than it did on Pete's or MyUI's ROM. We're gonna have to go and shut this down. That's not good. I cannot tell you guys why that just happened. Well, let's force stop it and restart it. Never good when something like that happens to a ROM. Okay, now it's running. There it is. And we got 712. Lower than my UI, but higher than Pete's GPA 13. Alright, we're going to now reboot into recovery, which is easy with this little option. Install RaidZero's 800 MHz kernel and run the same benchmarks again. Okay, nice looking lock screen on Ultimate Droid here. It's got the battery at the top. The rotary lock screen, which I just took away because I unlocked it. Sound. And then you go down to open messaging app. It's actually bouncing off. I'm going down and then it bounces back up. That is not working. I don't think I selected the messaging app from the menu. That's probably what's going on. I'm sure it would work had I done that. Not the ROM's fault, that is my fault. Okay, now we're going to run the exact same test we'd run. Linpack and Quadrant, but we're going to run them at 800 megahertz.
Okay. Pete got 11.4 through 11.6, and my UI got almost 11.52, which is what we got there. 11.5 through 11.58, I guess. So let's see what this gets. There's 11.45, which is lower than I expected. Don't know why it's such a low score there. 11.65. And 11.63. I didn't actually mean to run a third one, but we'll let it go anyways.
Those last two, although that one wasn't, those last two benchmarks were the highest I have seen all day. Which is looking good for Black Droid, or Ultimate Droid, not Black Droid, that's what it was. We got 905. I am still impressed with myself. Only 8 off. Okay, we got 905 on the Quadrant benchmark with the 800 megahertz RaidZero kernel. Alright, that's about everything we have on this ROM. If I missed something, I'm sorry. Oh, it does use the T-Mobile theming engine, which is just excellent. You can theme on the fly, change a lot of things. It uses a new layout for the music app. Nothing too special. It's a little more user-friendly. I like it. And that's about all. Alright, as far as features go, this is pretty similar to CyanogenMod as far as features. There might be a few extras, which is nice. His customized launcher is good. I like fancy widgets. So far as features, probably 7.5 to 8. We'll go 8 out of 10. Benchmarks are the best I've seen yet. We're going to give that a 7. Maybe a 6, because it wasn't as good as my UI for the Quadrant benchmarks. For smoothness, smooth ROM. Fantastic. Let's go with a 8. 8, maybe a 9. Everything seems to fly, especially the launcher. He did a great job on this launcher. It's Android 2.3.3, which contains Near-Field Communications API, API 10, and which is of course useless for the Droid, and also the MMS fix, so you're sending the text to the people you want to. It's got its default theme. It's grayish, pretty stock gingerbread actually, but it has a little bit of changes. And the default kernel was an 800 megahertz, similar to CyanogenMod's default kernel. Anyways, solid ROM, feature packed, smooth, good launcher, and everyone knows a launcher actually makes up for quite a bit of what people feel the ROM is like. It's good. Fast. Can't tell you much about the battery life. Of course, battery life really just depends on what you do, like your brightness settings. Brightness settings is a huge thing, how you use your phone. Anyways, great ROM overall. I'm going to give it a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Goodbye.